Well, seems for whatever reason it doesn't really actually start until like it's been 20 seconds. But I mean, you said that before the counter even started, so I actually have.
Oh, thank goodness.
I have no clue, if anything. It's gonna be
Let's go.
part of that, and although now it's arguably kind of as bad as well, because there might have been a discussion that just started midway on stream. Hello everyone, and welcome to another weekend at Loka's. It's the first stream of the year, at least on my end.
It's the last stream of 2021.
Yeah, it's I'm in 2022, but I got 2 guests with me that are stuck in last year. Those being Apprentice 1215.
Good to know that at least somewhere we're starting off 2022 with very cursed content.
And speaking of cursed content, we're also joined by
www.onlyfans.com.
Oh no! That's nope. Anyway, yeah. We're starting the year with some 2042 for. Honestly, there's like a whole slew of sort of reasoning behind this, but mostly because it's funny, considering
We're bored.
it's set 20 years from now.
All right, let's start hoarding our food now, people.
Yeah.
We only got 20 years until the end of the world. Better get our notepad cards ready.
Oh, don't forget. So we have 2042 in 20 years, but also this year or next year will be Doom 93.
More.
So I like to think.
On a more relevant note, this will be the this will be 20 years since 1942 launched.
Ooh. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, no, you're right.
Ooh. Huh. Battlefield 20th anniversary. Now with 20% more disappointment according to the fan base.
Just 20%?
Just you're right.
Those are rookie
Sorry.
numbers.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers.
Dude, well, Battlefield 5 is now like the best game ever.
I know. Gosh, I hate revisionist history.
Isn't that funny how it works?
I can't decide if I should like feel, yeah, finally people are coming to get around this game.
Oh, okay.
But on the other hand, I'm kind of like, you're all a bunch of hypocrites. So yeah, I should explain why we're starting with the attack of. Oh, hello there.
The clowns?
I'm frozen.
Say the clowns.
Frozen. Oh, it just ended. Okay. Just staring at each other awkwardly as it ends.
Yeah,
First match of the day, 10,000 points. Let's go.
Well, that's the easiest 10,000 XP I've gotten.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're starting with the attack of the elves mode simply because I didn't have, I haven't had a Christmas holiday stream, themed stream, so I thought, let's just play 1 or 2 rounds of this, just get it out of the way.
Sounds good.
We could have played Rainbow Six Siege. Why haven't you guys played that in forever?
Oh boy. I will say, if they do it again this year, which they probably will, I am kind of interested to jump back into it for the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Just because it's it's weird, but it's like it's also kind of fun. I kind of like that as an event. That is the one event that they can repeat, and I'm good with it. Also, probably the reason I'm saying that though is that they did change it up last year compared to the first. So you would hope that they change it up for year 3 as well, which has been the problem with the other events that they repeated, where it's like, hey, Rainbow's Magic is back. And it's like, yes, exactly as it was beforehand, with no changes to it whatsoever. So.
What do you mean? Shanky had his rework.
Yeah.
And there was new skins for his gun.
Ooh,
that you could buy.
new skins.
You could buy them. You probably didn't earn them, but you bought them. I know, I wasted, like, $15 to get Furry Smonk.
Oh gosh, you actually bought that?
Yes. Did you think I earned it?
No. Because I know it's impossible. Although, funnily enough, with the ongoing Snowball event, literally all the free packs I've gotten have been stuff for Buck.
You can't even ADS.
I know, it's weird. Which also, like speaking of this mode and Siege's
Downfall?
Snowball
Continue
event, I feel like Christmas events, in terms of video games, at least of the ones that I've been playing, have been weird. I don't know, is it just me?
Assassinated! How did he get up there?
What do you mean, weird?
Weird as in I have no clue what's going on.
At least the Battlefield Portal one is relegated to Portal. Or the Battlefield one is relegated to Portal.
Yeah.
Oh, the elves. Okay, I just now discovered that the elves have the grappling hook, so that's how it got assassinated, because someone grappled up onto the building, and that's how they were able to get me.
Okay, this is starting to feel like Doom now. Except I die.
Speaking of which... So, speaking of Christmas, I wasn't going to say Christmas events. What'd y'all get? Anything of note?
I got blackout curtains.
Nice.
That's nice. I got called Clash of Kings, the second Game of Thrones book. I only started reading the first one earlier this year. And I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good. I
just so you can get a feel for... Wait, I was going to say so you can get a feel of what the new... Where am I? What the new LoTor series is going to feel like.
No.
Oh.
I mean, I know that that a book series probably won't be finished, but I kind of wanted to read them anyway.
Wait, are they making more Lord of the Rings books?
No, I'm talking about Game of Thrones.
Right. Well, but he brought up.
Yeah, I was referring
for some reason
to.
He brought up Lord of the Rings, so I'm confused with the correlation.
Okay,
yeah,
sorry,
I'm also confused.
Do you remember the rumors that popped up recently about Amazon hiring certain counselors?
Oh, yeah.
No.
For let's say adult content, although.
Content.
Oh,
okay. For one, it's just rumors, and I think that's the only thing about it. Second part about that, is it for preparing for that? Well, funnily enough, the books are actually much tamer compared with the TV show in that regard. Like,
interesting.
There's way less scenes of them in the book. At least in the first one. Oh gosh, everyone is chasing this poor guy.
He's the last one. He's the last one. It is all of us against this guy.
So, do we get anything for doing? I did Attack of the Elves a couple of times, but did they? Did we get like the skin for that?
No, there are no rewards for it.
That's kind of a bummer because that's a really nice skin too.
I don't want to see elves running around on the battlefield though.
No, just the skin for the gun. That's all I really want.
The skin for the gun. Okay, that's a little different. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. That'd be fine. I wouldn't use it, but if other people wanted to use the Christmas skin on that LMG, that'd be fine.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be offensive to me.
It's a shiny red.
Yeah, as long as I don't have to see any elves or Santas on the battlefield, I'm fine with that.
Okay, boomer. I'm sorry, that was uncalled for. Anyway, no, this is that Christmas thing. So I managed to get out a pretty good haul this year. Got Metroid Dread, got none of you will care, but I got so you know the original Xbox controller?
Yep.
The Duke.
That massive yes, I got that. And it actually feels really good.
On a shelf?
No, I'm using it currently.
Oh,
not for this, but for like I got back into Halo with a friend, been playing some Infinite, playing a little bit of the main series, going through the campaign, picked up Game Pass for $1 again, and tried out Halo Infinite's campaign. It's been pretty fun, actually. But yeah, the controller, it feels different. You have to get used to it first, because the buttons are at a slant. And it is not easy to hit. So the original one didn't have any, like, R1 or L1. It only had black and white, but they added in little nubs for right bumper, left bumper, and they're kind of hard to hit. But once you get used to that, it feels quite nice.
It's so funny whenever new companies enter the market trying to make video game hardware, and then the controllers they come up with are just so crazy. Like they feel like they need to reinvent the wheel, and it just doesn't turn out well.
I can see that. I mean, Microsoft would be the big example. Sony didn't do it with.
Oh yeah, they did. Well, not when they started, but let's not forget the PS3 Boomerang controller.
I want that controller. Come on, 25th anniversary make a DualSense / DualShock 5 or something. I don't care, and it's just the Boomerang. Just a limited run kind of thing, or just a fun little controller, just to either poke a little fun. And it comes with a sticker that says, "I paid $649 Canadian dollars for this."
Whoa! Whoa!
How am I not dead? How am I not dead? How have I not killed anyone? Better question.
Oh, it was you.
It was me. It was me.
That took. It shouldn't have taken that long for you to die either.
No, I don't know how I didn't manage to kill anyone. That was dumb. That was dumb.
As I said, this is some weird stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's really sad when Halo Infinite's seasonal event actually makes sense? It's literally just a battle pass. You play a single multiplayer match once a day, and you get a cool little festive reward. That's it. No special game modes, no holiday floor tying cutscene. Just a few cool things just for playing the game around that time. And it doesn't actively go against what the series stands for. Cough, cough, Rainbow Six Siege, cough, cough. Listen, I've been low on my recent digs against the series, so I need to kick it back up a few notches.
Could have bumped up those numbers.
Yeah, those are rookie numbers.
Call back.
But yeah, what else did I get? There's probably nothing else you guys will understand without me having to go into a brief Japanese lesson, and I don't want to do that tonight or this morning, depending on how long we play.
So how does it feel to still be in 2021?
Kind of sad, a lot of people died. We lost a national treasure, and I'm not just referring to John Madden.
Nick Cage can find it.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, he'll find it, but how he's going to look.
I know, it's it requires 2 kills to kill.
You mean 2 hits?
Yeah, 2 hits.
Oh
wow.
So I recently found a glitch in this game to where if you're playing music, at least on PS5, it might be the same on PS4, but if you're playing music and you have text-to-speech on, every now and then there'll be this loud, like, white noise, and it pierces through the ears and the soul.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So it's even funnier whenever the first thing that starts demonically screaming at you is someone yelling about how bad this game is.
Yeah, I always find it
complaining that
funny
you're-
whenever the chat pops up and it's like, this game is garbage. Why are you playing it then? Oh, they're up even... Oh, that's where they are. Okay. Can the elves get a tank? Can they ask Santa for a tank for Christmas? Because there's people just hiding up there in that in that attic. That's going to be impossible to get them.
It would definitely help.
Of all the movies that we've seen with Santa Claus and the elves, I'm surprised there hasn't been anything about the North Pole's economy. I mean, we got one about what happens when Santa dies. Who's the next Santa?
Well, but here's the thing about that. Actually, we have gotten that because that's the Santa Claus 3. Jack Frost takes over and turns it into a business.
What I hate even more about that, other than the fact that the movie sucks and that I remember it too vividly, is that someone took that and just put the words Devil May Cry 3 instead of the Santa Claus 3. And it's super funny.
Oof.
I still kind of remember it fondly. I think Martin Short is funny in that role.
Oh, and he's Martin Short. Honestly, you could give him a crappy movie and I still think he'd make it watchable, at the very least.
Have you guys seen Only Murders in the Building?
Yes, I have.
Hey,
No, not yet.
It's really good.
Hulu, right?
Huh?
Is it Hulu?
Yes, Hulu.
Okay. Yeah, then I can finally watch it.
Yeah, there's a really funny moment where Martin Short is talking with a character on the phone, and the character on the phone gets mad, so they go expletive, 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 back to back to back, and it's like, it's like a, oh, S word, F word, F word, being very upset, and Martin Short just very deadpan goes, is that a good S word, F word, F word? It doesn't work as well without me actually saying the words. But
yeah.
it had us rolling, just the kind of deadpan delivery of the profanities. It was funny. He's a very funny character on the show. It's very very entertaining, very good.
Can definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a watch. Sounds pretty good. So, okay, so I don't know if I've told you guys this, but I went on a recent PS3 binge.
Yeah, you've been doing that for like a couple months now.
Yeah,
You did some Ratchet games and.
Yeah, I think I told you I got Up Your Arsenal for the PS2 for the third time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I also found Metal Gear Solid 4 for a really good price. So, and because
machines, son.
You know what's funny? That is the exact game where that started.
I know. That's why I said that.
Okay.
Wait a second. Where did your apprentice go?
I'm back out in the main menu.
Huh. So you didn't follow me into the game. That's weird.
No, I thought we were done. So you done with that mode? So you backed us out to the main menu.
Heaven help us.
Okay, so
And then I queued up for All Out Warfare.
Oh well, it still says party leader selects game for me.
What?
Hold on. No, I don't want an open player card. I want to open social. It says I'm with you. So are you queued up?
I'm in a match.
Oh, excuse me.
You're in a match?
What?
Hold on, let me jump out of this.
Yeah, because it says you're sitting in the menu with me.
That's weird.
That is weird. Welcome to Battlefield 2042.
Dun 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 dun. Same brain cell.
Okay. Now I'm back in the menu, and it says you're in the squad. Still, or in
so
in
maybe
the party.
now it'll work. It took me to the unlock screen, and it took me a minute to get back to the menu. So maybe when you queued up, it didn't take me with you because of that, because I was still loading.
That's possible. Okay, I'm queuing up now.
All right, now I've got the searching thing going.
Okay, good.
So I figured for my 2021 end of the year card, it's going to be like a yearbook quote sort of thing. It's just going to say, "That was something, right?" What do you think? Do you think that'll work?
It was something, all right.
And then I can just show all of the Activision and the Ubisoft NFTs. What else?
That is the best of the three currently,
and that is sad because they're not even putting their full weight behind it.
It says a lot about the AAA gaming industry.
I sure am glad that like Sony and Microsoft haven't had like any gigantic,
no, Microsoft
problems like that.
Microsoft,
like that, where they've pretty much been unfazed.
Microsoft's last one was back in, I'd say, 2013 with the Xbox One. Those were good times. You know, the Kinect.
Always online, TV. But speaking of TV, isn't that Halo TV series like just now getting off the ground that they announced way back then?
Seems like
or is this separate? Or is that
it's coming out in February?
Because I know there's been like 3 different Halo TV series over the years.
Yeah. Let's see here. There's been Legends, I believe is what it's called. Basically the Animatrix / Visions, but
right.
It's actually canon. Or
that one I don't think counts towards what I'm talking about though, because that was like a direct-to-DVD bonus type thing.
It wasn't a bonus. It was more so its own movie of separate.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm talking like an actual television series.
Let's see here. Forward on the Dawn.
I think that's what I'm thinking of because it starred the guy that would end up becoming Luke Cage.
Yeah, I think that's the only one I remember. I mean, they're mainly dabbling. They dabble in a lot of books.
But is that the one that they announced during the whole conference with? It always has TV. Is that the series that they announced then, or is the series that is just?
It's a series that's finally about to get out.
Okay,
I don't know what Steven was doing.
Generation.
Yes, I don't know what Steven was doing for all that time, but from what I can, that man flew. From what I can tell from the community, they're really like impressed with what they've seen from the trailer alone.
Oh no.
Like they're putting in some sorry, you go ahead.
So I thought I was selecting a helicopter off spawn. Instead, I chose a jet.
Oh.
So expect me to crash here very shortly because I have no idea what I'm doing. Yep, that was fast.
That's from Q.
I somehow manifested that. I didn't even mean to. Rip me.
Meanwhile,
sorry about that. But anyway, Halo TV show.
Yeah, no, they've added in locations from like the books that haven't made it into the games yet. Like one that's like, what was that city? The first major place you visited in?
Don't ask me.
In Mass Effect 2.
Oh, I can't remember the names.
A guy that actually uses a transport as a transport.
Let's go! No!
Oh no!
Don't take off! Don't leave me!
Yeah,
where'd he go?
Yeah.
Oh, he's bugging out. Okay, but hey, that was nice. You love to see it, don't you, Loka?
Yeah, I love to see when that happens because it doesn't happen often in Battlefield games.
No, it does not. Oh, hi, Mr. Tank.
Especially not aerial vehicles.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
not.
most of the time, people will like use it just to get to a building and call it good. It's like, all right, I got here now. It's like, Just classic vehicle waste.
Yeah. So, speaking of vehicle waste, I've taken time to let 2042 kind of chew just what I've like my opinion on it. I still think it's a fun game and it's not worth 60, but if you find it on sale for a good price, it's definitely worth picking up. But one thing I cannot stand, and this probably is a side effect of the free loadout system for all of the specialists. Have you ever seen Angel snipers?
I have not. No.
They're the worst.
Honestly have no idea.
Angel, people who snipe and play as either Angel or Falk, basically a medic.
Yeah, because they
refuse to help you up.
Drop crate.
Yeah, no, what's worse, no, it's the fact that they don't res you. Ever.
Yeah, that's annoying. Although, to be fair,
two Borses.
I don't know if that's something you can actually plan for. I wish there was if you're not resing, you die rule.
Allied troops engaging at Bravo 3.
Yeah, no, I mean that's just the. I mean that's the same as if, because you could revive squad mates in 5 as well. So I mean it's really just the same.
No, not squad mates. Like honestly, I don't know if this makes it better or worse, but just random Angel players, and they are not reviving you. Even
No. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying. So if you would let me continue my analogy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's since squad revive was a thing in Battlefield 5. It's again because they are the designated medic class. It is a little different. But I mean, I don't see it as two totally completely different. Oh my gosh, there's so many people up here.
Oh boy, yeah.
I don't really see it too much different as if someone on your team is playing as a sniper and you get shot right next to them and they don't revive you. Annoying, yes, but is that like a necessarily a huge game breaking thing? No, I don't necessarily think so.
No, but it is. I'm going to loudly yell about it over text chat, and
it's annoying for sure.
Yeah.
This game sucks. Oh, why did anyone buy this?
We need to secure more territory.
It's probably because we're on console, but I wish people used the text chat more. Because I love hearing the robot voice.
One of my favorites is, sorry to bring in politics, but...
Oh no.
Have you ever, Prentice has certainly heard of this individual, but have you ever heard of a man by the name of Alex Jones?
Oh, yeah, I think everyone knows who Alex Jones is.
I'd be more surprised if anyone hadn't heard of him.
I'd want to be that person. Anyway... one of his plebiscites
you get to
made
say
it
whatever the heck you want to, so...
Yeah. You know what? He's gonna say, spread misinformation. I'm gonna give my opinion. One of his plebiscites made it into the text chat and started spewing off their nonsense about...
Oh, no.
And I think what's even funnier is I think he screwed up the wording.
Oh,
he said, and I quote,
no.
"The vaccine makes you die older."
Well, doesn't that just mean that it prolongs your life? If you die older, then it prolongs your life. So yeah, hang on, look,
Yes.
I'm coming.
But not only that, once everyone started getting onto him, he basically broke and kept repeating the same
I got
two
a trophy.
lines.
No one gets left behind.
Nice. He's up there. I have no idea if I pinged him. Thank you.
And
yeah, no, the ping system in this game is awful. I went spotting from Battlefield 4 back.
At the very least, keep the ping so that way I can say there's general danger in this area.
Yeah, but
let there also be spotting.
We're burning resources to stay in this.
But of course, the ping is really just there because this was originally a battle royale.
Yeah.
That hurts. That hurts.
Oh, there was a second one here.
Oh, we got a Frenchman
Ow.
in the chat. That's new.
You got a what in the chat?
A Frenchman.
Oh, a Frenchman. I thought you said a freshman. And I'm like, how do you know what grade they're in?
That's what I thought as well.
Sorry.
Oh boy, that's a sniper glint.
Oh.
Oh, I thought
And
that
how
was a
late into
ragdoll,
development was it until someone at DICE said no, we're not making this a battle royale?
I don't think we know that for sure.
Yeah, no.
I think it's just a. I mean, for sure they had the specialists done because that's why they're here now. So I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know if we'll ever really know. Oh wow! Okay, hey.
Yeah. Yeah. What's it gonna take for that information to come out? That's my question. Is it gonna be leaked to the press? Is it gonna be a
Probably
Polaris Sportsman ATV # not sponsored?
Yeah, someone's gonna get on their Polaris Sportsman ATV and ride to IGN and hand over the documents.
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to say you need to name a valid news source, but unfortunately that counts.
What? Oh, someone else was reviving. Okay, that's why. Didn't do anything. Ah.
Okay, have you guys found the penguins on the Antarctica map yet?
I don't know because I don't think
looked.
they exist on the PS4.
Dang it.
Because I think that's out of bounds.
Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Taking control of Sector Bravo.
I guess that's a fair trade-off.
About to start securing
We
sectors. Enemy has
we
withdrawn
get
control.
fewer players and arguably better gameplay
Maps.
because of it. You get the penguins.
Yeah.
Dude, we get penguin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Launch. See if this guy was right. Oh! Okay, so I had to go into Reddit and ask, how do I snipe in this game? Because there's no zeroing anymore, right?
Right.
And someone pointed out that the notches on the sniper scope represent 100 meters of drop.
Okay.
That not only applies to every sniper scope, but that also applies to the rocket launcher.
Okay, so I wasn't aware about the rocket launcher, but I knew that's how the sniper scopes work.
I never understood that. I had always gone off of zeroing. And every gun having either 100 meters of drop or 75 meters till drop. You know, depending on whichever one you play. The World War II ones would have the 75 men, and the good ones, i.e. 4 and 3, would have 100 meters. With 75 if you wrapped the suppressor on it.
There we go. Now I actually have an idea what I'm doing.
So I believe I have
Tank
indoctrinated
right in front of us.
Yep.
Okay. So I believe I've indoctrinated more people into the Church of Battlefront 20, or Battlefield 2 2005. Blah, we need a better name for that one.
Man, I can't wait for Modern Warfare 2 this year. I know it's not
What?
gonna, definitely not gonna
I still
confuse.
don't know what game you're talking about. So what
Modern
game are you
Warfare
talking
2.
about, Dexter?
Battlefront 2 from 2005, the classic one.
Okay, because
The
you called it
501st Journal.
Battlefield 2.
Yes, I accidentally used the word battlefield.
So I was very confused.
Yeah, sorry. No. So every Steam sale, I always ask if anyone wants a copy of Battlefront 2. And because it's dirt cheap, I'm like, I'll happily pay for a few people to try it out, and then we have a big game night. The last few times have been a little bit dry, but recently I've gotten another person to see what a gem this game is. So I'm happy.
Are people... You'll love to see it. Oh, that's a ranger. I mean, do people not think the game is a gem? I mean, even if you haven't played it, I don't feel like there's
It's a licensed game from 2005. Honestly, some people just haven't even heard of it. Oh, it's not my thing. I'm not a fan of shooters.
Okay, but these are obviously not Star Wars fans, then I take it.
Yeah, no. That's correct.
Okay, that makes more sense, because I was about to say, who doesn't know of Battlefront 2? That's like it's like one of the most popular games ever.
I wish that were true. No.
It is! I mean, have you seen it? I mean, it's one of the highest selling Star Wars games of all time.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
You said, like, just games, period. I didn't think you meant Star Wars games. Period.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's definitely other video games out there that have sold more. But in terms of the Star Wars pantheon of games, of all the honestly, probably over 100 Star Wars games that have ever been released, it is one of the highest sellers.
Oh, yeah.
And it's probably one of the most consistently well thought of. As much as I enjoy EA's Battlefront 2, its rocky launch kind of sealed its fate as a hidden gem.
Yeah, for sure.
And even when you say it, people...
In a lot of ways, I actually think that that DICE's Battlefront 2 is actually better than the original, which I know is like blasphemy to some people, but like all the work they did afterward on the back end, it's like, no, this is really, really good.
Yep.
But yeah, the original is a classic for a reason.
Yes. I do wish they would... I would love to see a return to Galactic Assault. No, not Galactic... what's the name of that? No. Conquest? Is that it?
What mode are you talking of? Because it's
the chessboard where the stupid AI goes to Naboo.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's Galactic Conquest.
I want to see that expanded upon because it's pretty bare bones, and I really think it would make an awesome little side mode. Like maybe do one faction versus another faction, or like maybe like a group of players over a specified period of time, like a week or so, against another group.
Oh.
Well, see, the reason that it never really got incorporated into the DICE games is that they didn't have the AI was not up to stuff at first, and because do you remember when they came out with the instant action? One of the things that they were touting was the fact that they finally got the AI working the way they wanted them to be performing.
They weren't complete morons.
Right. So if the game had continued to be developed, I think we would have gotten Galactic Conquest in some form, so that way you could play against human players or bot players and do these
in a strategic sort of
exactly. But since EA canned development of the game.
Wow, look at this game that Battlefront 2 died for.
Yeah, it does hurt whenever I get reminded of that, like, oh.
I think it's hypocritical because every Battlefield game is rough at launch, some more than others.
Oh yeah.
This one isn't the worst, but in terms of probably hype, like this one had a lot of like backing force behind it.
Yep.
At least in terms from community engagement, and thanks, Alexa. Yeah, this one was rough. Did anyone really care about Battlefield 5? Like,
I did.
Outside of women fighting in wars?
I mean, not really. I think I think, oh, of course, and then the tank shows up.
Oof. I'm not going that way then.
Big oof. Are you going to avoid that one? Or...
Yeah, I'm gonna avoid the tank. I'm driving a car. I mean, 5, I feel like I was one of the few persons that actually cared about that game since I got it on launch.
That's sad.
And it was... I mean, in many ways, at least in terms of reception, it definitely, for me at least, there's definitely a lot of, yep, I've been here, seen that. I think the difference being that the opinions themselves are kind of reversed in some ways, because one of the big criticisms I've seen for this game is regarding the maps and that they're too open and too vehicle oriented, whereas with 5 people were complaining about the maps as well because they were too infantry oriented, and I'm just like, bruh, what? I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the maps in this game, to be fair, but I'm also like, I don't know, it just seems that DICE can't do anything because, like,
they can't do anything perfectly the first time, and it's like they stumble too much.
Yeah, because they do something and people will criticize it and complain it for one reason, and then they do the opposite in the next game, and then people still criticize them for doing that instead of the other thing. It's weird.
I mean, Battlefront 2015. I mean,
yes.
Need I say more? Because DICE listens too much. They listen to their fans too often because they need to themselves. Okay, you know, in some ways, we do actually know better. Despite what people will say, we actually know better, and we need to not listen to every little thing that they have to say because I mean that's exactly it. Is that when they announced Battlefront 2015, everyone said we don't want a Battlefield clone, despite Battlefront traditionally being a Battlefield clone. So when the game came out and it wasn't what people were expecting, they got upset. DICE just kind of had to shrug and go, well, we gave you what you wanted. This is not a Battlefield clone.
And then they proceeded to make...
Yes! I just shot that...
Okay,
I just shot the squirrel suit lady out of the air.
Nice. Okay, I will say that 2017 was not DICE or the fans' fault. I think this was EA's fault.
No, that was EA's fault, for sure. Because everything else, ignoring the microtransactions and the pay-to-win feature of it, everything else was all the feedback that they had taken from Battlefront 2015, and they were acting on to make a better experience.
Definitely.
Ow. I just took an anti-tank round to the back. That hurts. Ugh. I'm just looking for a game to launch without any drama.
Oh.
In this day and age, good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, for Pete's sake, a game that was perfectly poised to launch with no issues whatsoever and just eat up the critical acclaim ended up becoming The Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, like literally The Last of Us Part 2?
No, yeah, that's why that game was perfectly poised to just... They didn't have to do anything, really, except just sit there and eat up the praise, and it somehow became controversial. So...
That's a fair point.
Yeah,
like I don't think it's anywhere. I don't know. Personally, there was some things, but it's not enough to throw. It wasn't. It didn't deserve the hate that it got.
Exactly.
Oh, definitely not.
I'm not going to say there isn't some criticism warranted,
No. And again, it's fine to criticize it, criticize something if you don't like it. But the amount of like vitriol and like the fact that like people were posting fake spoilers because they just wanted the game to fail. It's like, what is this? What are you guys doing right now?
Yeah, there were definitely some things, kind of, I think, taken out of context and kind of there being assumptions about things, and then I don't know.
That one's a really weird case.
I think I'm the only one of us that's played it. Correct.
I think that is correct because I own it because I got it in a summer sale a year ago or something like that. But I still haven't played it because I'm waiting to get a PS5. Because despite my day one PS4 still doing pretty well, I feel like I boot up The Last of Us Part 2. It's just going to spontaneously bust, and that is pushing my luck.
Yeah, if there would be one game,
I don't know how. I don't know how bad The Last of Us Part 2 fan sounds compared to Ghost of Tsushima. My PS4 screamed for mercy
during Ghost of Tsushima.
It was bad. I was getting below 30 FPS.
Kill me.
Did you get any frame drops, Loka? Or was it a smooth feeling 30? I don't know, how techie you are on that, but
I mean, I do tend to notice that kind of things, but I mean, I can't say I ran into them. Now, whether that was because I actually didn't run into them or because I don't remember. But
let's just assume that it was well optimized. Yeah, it just caused your PS4 to scream bloody murder.
Yeah,
and summon my ancient Aztec god of the year.
Well, and that's the thing. I think the game was probably well optimized. It's just that it took up a lot of processing power, so it just made the fan work overtime.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. And considering how good a Naughty Dog is at optimizing games, look at Uncharted 4 for crying out loud. That doesn't tax the PS4 near as much as Last of Us 2, but it still looks fantastic.
It's also a game that's 3-4 years younger. So
yeah, it looks incredible. But Ghost of Tsushima, I don't know if it's just Sucker Punch not releasing a shipped game on the PS4. Is that correct? It didn't work on Infamous second or.
No, yeah, that was their previous game before Ghost.
Okay, huh. For some reason, I was under the impression that someone else made it.
No,
I might be confusing that with Little Big Planet 3.
Yeah.
Because I know that was the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Meanie Molecule did not work on Little Big Planet 3. That was
they're busy working
Digital?
Yes, Sumo Digital, because they worked on Little Big Planet karting and
somehow they got the keys to the Little Big Planet kingdom. Meanwhile, Media Molecule just continued to kind of mess around and go, oh yeah, we're working on this Dreams thing.
I want to give Dreams a try. No, we're making Dreams a reality.
Needs to come to PC. I think that would really, because honestly, I myself have kind of been interested in getting Dreams and messing around with it, but I'm kind of in a position because the things I want to do in Dreams is to make Bionicle Reiterated the video game. I think that would be cool. But it's okay, so what? All of 3 people are going to be able to play it. That would be interested in playing it. So it's they need to put it on PC, and then I would really actively put work into it because just imagine. I don't need to get voice actors for it because I can just call the audio from the show and reuse that, and then make levels around it. I feel like that would be really. That tank stole my kill.
Ooh.
I think that'd be kind of cool. But again, it's what? So 3 people are gonna play it? Nah.
Hey, that's not true. 2 people are gonna play it. Because I don't know what a Bonkel is anyway.
Charlie 1 is under attack.
Speaking of things that had its 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
And got nothing, right? Am I right on that
got
one?
nothing.
Yeah.
Watch, Hero Factory is going to turn like 15 or 10 soon, and they're going to do like a whole year of Hero Factory.
You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised. Because a part of me is like wondering it, like, is Lego actively like not doing anything with Bionicle out of spite? I mean, I know that's probably not the case, but it just feels like it at times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think it's definitely a complicated situation because there has been some scuttlebutt amongst certain people that have since left the company and have talked that it seems like some of the higher ups that are currently the higher ups of the company now do not like Bionicle. They don't hate it, but they don't particularly care for it because they don't like that. This is the thing that saved the company, and it's not the traditional Lego system. So, but that's one of those. Okay, this could just be conjecture. Is this actually actionable? You know, is this actually, you know, real?
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, Blueberry. My turret! No.
Oh no.
Maybe it'll pop back up when we reach the top. Oh, there's some of that, but so it could be that it's a little bit of that.
Whoa! Just a Sundance just jumping down.
I know it's been a little while since we brought this up, but someone else with their hot take. So it starts off with, this is definitely one of the worst battlefields in history. Wow. Followed by, Hardline is still pretty trash. They didn't have to do my boy terrible.
Yeah, no, Hardline is great. It's not a traditional, you know, the most traditional battlefield ever, but I think something you need to. Really quick, I know it's asking a lot, but did either of you watch any of my 2042 review? My 3-part 2042 review.
Unfortunately, Christmas happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done it.
So,
one of the
things that I do touch on in that is that I do say is that when you look at Hardline, it is important to look at that as a side game and not a main game, because I think that will change your opinion. Because if you go into Hardline thinking this is supposed to be the next big Battlefield title, then yeah, you're not going to be really in for it, because it's so much about it that's different, and it's like there's no tanks, and there's there's fewer guns and stuff. But if you look at it as
the driving feels good.
Yeah, and the driving feels good. So if you look at it as a fun side project experiment type thing, then you're in better time.
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely.
Kind of like how
I think I mean if it was being touted as the next big battlefield made by DICE, then yeah, absolutely, right. I would understand those points. But you know, it's what okay, body doing weird things. Speaking of Battlefield, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I mean like Hardline it's really just like there are some weird things about it, but it is like not really supposed to be the next big thing. It's just here's a little side thing we've been doing.
Here's
like,
something
a
separate studio wanted to get a little crack at. Oh man,
which is why I'm sort of kind of hopeful that maybe we could get a sequel.
Oh,
with their new initiative that they're doing, where they're making a Battlefield universe. It's like, why not? Why not? Maybe not a full. At the very least, I would not be opposed to adding Hardline into Portal.
I was just about to say that.
Because why not? Right?
Who's it gonna hurt? Who's it gonna hurt to? Honestly, there isn't that much in the game, right? Let's just take multiplayer. There isn't that much compared to 4. There isn't that much. Maybe it's smaller. It's focused. For sure.
And the thing is that so many of the assets are reused from like map to map and stuff, even compared to other Battlefield games, where I think you could feasibly, you know, like work on a little bit of it, and then you could easily port over like a majority of the game. So I would love that. I mean, also, and then think about like, I'm trying to think what would be a good map for an example for this.
Downtown.
No, I'm trying
LA?
to think of I'm trying to think of like a map from 3 or 4.
Metro.
No, Metro is definitely not a good option.
What was that one? The dust storm comes in 4, like halfway through the map, or through the match. There's this dust storm that rolls in.
Well, that's Gulf of Oman, and that's not a Battlefield 4 map. That's like a Battlefield 2 map.
Yeah,
that they keep putting in other games.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what? There you are. Finally. Okay. So anyway, but I mean, yeah, just imagine like them taking a Battlefield 3 or a Battlefield 4 map that's more urban, and then putting the police cars on there, and then having Hotwire be on. Yes. Well, I don't think that's the problem. I don't think Shanghai would work very well with Hotwire. But because it's a little too limited in scope there, but imagine a different map.
I could. Yeah, I just that was the first urban. Dawnbreaker
would be great.
Because
Dawnbreaker would be great.
All you need for a good Hotwire map are it's a giant circle essentially.
Yeah.
And multiple ways to get from one side to the other.
And Dawnbreaker has that.
Yes, it has that I think it's got a few cross sections too.
Mm-hmm. It's got different intersections and stuff.
Yeah, the best way to put it, it's got to look like a lattice pie. You got to have the strips going across it one way and the other, and the blueberries in the middle.
I was stuck, and I'm like, why am I stuck? And I'm like, why am I stuck suddenly? And then I realized, I have accidentally wedged myself in between two cars trying to shoot down this helicopter.
Oof.
That is why I was stuck.
I forgot how much I love the little penguin calling card that they dropped at the beginning of the month.
I'm using it now throughout the holidays.
Oh. I'm using it forever until they bring out like a shark or something.
I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I cannot wait for new Battlefield friends. Oh, we won.
Oh.
When is that? Where are they dropping new episodes?
We don't know because they just said that we're gonna have to play the game and then we'll figure it out. So I was kind of hopeful that maybe they would have like a single episode ready to go like last week.
Here, Wingsuit Woes. I just wrote the title for you.
I mean, that probably will be a title, but. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that they would have like one ready to go, but it's like but then I realized, oh wait, hold on, it's the holidays. They've got families to do stuff with and stuff. So but I'm sure that they probably have. I'm sure at the very least that they have like early scripts done. I mean, they have to at this point, right? Considering the game's been out for like a month and a half. I mean, because the narrative around the game in terms of the problems with it haven't really changed too much in a month and a half. It's still like, well, it's either busted, we don't like the specialists, maps are too big, so it's not like there's new issues popping up every day.
I thought you were talking about like the actual plot of this game.
No, not that. I mean for Battlefield friends. So since there hasn't, they're working on fixing stuff, but like the complaints people have are the same complaints from the day the game launched and the days before the game launched. And it was an early. Well, actually, no. I'm not going to say that because it seems like early access definitely was an entirely different beast to the final release product, which made people mad. But it's like, well, you've only got yourself to blame. So I feel like that they probably at the very least have some scripts done. So and maybe they're going to start animating soon, but I think it's probably going to be another month at the very least before we get new episodes because they've released all of the old ones. All of the old ones are now out there and
oh great
on the Neebs Gaming channel.
Off of Newgrounds. right? Were they Newgrounds? I don't think they were. I think they were just Machinima.
Yeah, they were just Machinima. Yeah, because gosh, it was so weird too going through and rewatching a lot of these because when they were releasing them originally, it was part of like a block. Like a special block of shows that Machinima was doing called Happy Hour or something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
So each episode would open with the little Machinima logo to do its whoosh thing, and then it would have the Happy Hour logo, and it was this buzzing neon thing, and then the Battlefield Friends boom boom bam bum 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 would come in. So I'm so used to hearing the whoosh Machinima logo, and then the clink of the drinks and the neon sign comes up, and then the music. But on Neeb's Gaming, it's straight to the music because they cut out those bumpers. So it's kind of funny watching it now, going, oh hey, it's because they removed that branding, and now it is just.
I
them,
think
I'm so happy
just killed a Bolte, like a 4x4 truck, not a. I could have witnessed that incorrectly. That seems to be a lot of things, but I'm terrified now.
I hate this so much.
You have to be more specific.
Yeah. No, I realize how that sounded. That was just my initial exasperation in the moment. No, I hate the scramble at the beginning. This is why
that needs to change.
I like that back in the day when the vehicles would just spawn, and it's like maybe you run and get there first, maybe you don't. But it's like, depending, the match starts at the same time for everyone. So but depending on how fast your load time is, it's like you may be able to, it's like depending on if you spawn in first or not, then then you're going to get the helicopter and the tank or whatever. Then everyone else just has to run. Now for the rest of the match, having the option to grab a vehicle from the spawn menu, I think is good. But the initial jump when the match first starts, no, you need to take that away and have everything sitting on the ground like back in the day. I'd really prefer that.
I have a bigger issue with the cutscene that they play before the match. Just get to the point. Let me kill people.
Well, I think it's hiding a load screen, and it's just
I mean
make
PS5.
you feel...
Just I don't care if the map's more low poly. Just let me get into the game. I hate. Yeah, that's one of my issues that I feel justified in voicing my opinion on.
I mean, for us on the PS4, we still get, low poly, so, I mean, it wouldn't really change anything.
Are the low poly models as good as the low poly models in 5?
I think they're about the same, they just last longer.
They look like peeled potatoes?
Yeah. They look very, very creepy if you stare at them too long.
That's the exact same thing that my mother said to my aunt.
Oof. I thought you were gonna say something else.
I decided to switch it up a bit. What, to my father or to me?
To you. I thought that was what you were gonna say.
No. I decided to switch it up because that's what my grandmother says to me.
Gosh, there's self-deprecation.
I can't believe I was cursed with a grandson like you, she would say.
Stop the US forces from conquering every sector.
Oh, okay, good. That was a friendly robo-dog.
I haven't found the Pet the Rangers button yet, and I'm mad about that.
I haven't either. Hold on, there's one right here. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. I wonder if it has to be yours.
I've done it with my own. Yeah, that's what I've done. Yeah. I've done it with my own because I figured that had to be the stipulation. Because, I mean, unless you ask for a consent, you don't just go pet someone else's dog. Okay, that actually sounds really bad. Please don't take that out of context.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a person, but it was just a drone flying up.
Injection ready.
Oh, someone actually using Soflam? What?
Oh, that's a rare sight.
In 2042 or in Portal?
2042.
Okay, yeah, that is a rare sight. You're right.
Especially considering
Sniper
how
up on the big radio tower.
Like, for some reason, they nerfed the
this
Stinger.
beast of a medic has got out of her tank and is using the tank as cover to revive me! Yes!
Now that is team play.
Yeah.
That is team play! I love it! Let's go!
That is a true medic.
Yes! Battlefield veteran right there. Has to be.
It actually reminds me of a clip I saw on Reddit where a medic was flying a Nightbird on orbital and going to the big building and actually landing and jumping out to revive people.
Wow.
Wow.
The beast.
Alright, I'm about to drop on... There we go.
Speaking they need to give like special rewards to to dedicated medics. They need to get like a special reward for people who do that.
But yeah, they do that. It's called most people revived at the end of the game.
That actually has some value and isn't a weapon, like a badge or something.
I know, it's a skin that's all white and it has a giant red cross on it.
War Crimes 2042 edition.
I mean, there is the tier 1 skin for Falk, at least, that requires you to revive and heal people.
Yeah. It's one thing to heal people, it's another to go out of your way and revive them.
We control most sectors on the battlefield.
Yeah, especially since I can heal people by just shooting them.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though that apparently has worse drop.
Falk went to the doc school of reviving people.
No. There's got to be a better medic that we can use for that reference. I know exactly what you're trying to go for, but it doesn't have the same ring to it as the Prometheus School of running away from things. And my new favorite one is the sin, as always, is kids.
Kids, yeah. No, that's always a good one. I mean, let's face it. There's a lot of bad kids in movies where it's like, man, this kid's just awful.
Christmas Story has the worst.
What are you talking about?
Have you not seen A Christmas Story in a while?
Yeah. No, we watch it every year. Which kids are you talking about?
They're all awful. All of them. Okay, I might just be a Grinch. Sticking with the Christmas theme. I know, I'm clever. But I hate children who whine and complain about everything.
Okay,
but that's what children do.
Yeah, Randy. Yeah, no, I can. Oh dear.
Randy needs to shut up.
No,
Randy, I can't stand.
We love Randy in this house. We basically every line out of his mouth is gold. It's like, I can't put my arms down. It's like, Daddy's gonna kill Ralphie. I hate that. He's whiny. He's whiny. No, I get it, but
like, there's whiny as endearing, but then there's whiny because I'm a snotty little kid. Your parents are keeping you warm, child. You need to be more respectful of that. Now, granted, I'm not going to say that
there it goes.
Either of Ralphie's parents are grade A parents. Absolutely not. Especially the mother. Considering that she denies her husband's swearing problem. And considering I have a general distaste for, some... not practices, just some... I'm gonna kill it there. I'm just gonna say I hate the mother.
She's like one of the best characters, though.
Oh, ow. Have you watched the Polar Express in a while?
No, it's been a while.
kind of want to go back and watch it.
There's an osprey totally glitching out. What the heck? He just look. That's so funny. I love it. You just look off into the distance, and there's a sky whale just kind of dabbing across the sky.
Sky whale.
I mean, come on, an osprey. I mean, an osprey kind of looks like a big flying whale.
We have a breach at one of our objectives.
Don't make a fat joke. Don't make a fat joke. Don't make a fat joke.
It's not a purrgil, but
What?
Look, I'm behind you.
Oh, I'm coming.
Say it's a sperm whale. Say it's a sperm whale. That's a funny name.
Oh god. Are you 12?
Yes. How did you know?
I
at least have the humor of a 12-year-old.
Gosh, that was.
I'm burning myself.
But why?
Hostiles down!
Oh,
But why?
Thank you. Ah, I'm burning myself again. No, I killed myself. What? No. No.
Do I even dare reviving you?
How? What is happening?
I'm keeping my eye on you. Oh,
There we go. That one finally worked. I was trying to fire my incendiary grenades, and it was not working.
Don't die! Come on!
Oh, medic healed me, and then I died, and then she revived me, and then I... Man. Are we just getting good medics tonight? I don't think I've seen a single, like, terrible one. That's rare.
Friendly.
Beginning siege on Echo 2. Fred, come on! Bravo sector now belongs to us. Well done. We have secured almost every sector.
He's in there behind the desk.
Yep.
I love that I've made it harder to find him by shooting a grenade in there and setting off the fire suppression system.
Get one extra bullet. There we go.
Take some supplies.
Yeah, I don't know how you can stand to watch the Christmas Story more than once every 5 years.
No, that's like we quote that movie year round. It's one of our favorite movies.
My favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard, but you don't hear me proudly proclaiming it. What about you, Loka?
Come out to the coast, get together, have a few laughs.
Oh gosh, there are bad guys crawling all around sea.
Oh.
Do you have a Christmas movie you generally pull towards, or are you not a...
I mean, there's a few. Like, Die Hard is one that we watch every year, and occasionally Die Hard 2.
Ooh.
Then there's...
Wow, now you're getting controversial.
I mean, it's still a good movie. It's not as good as the first one.
But then after that, you don't talk about like any of the others, correct?
No, that's not the case at all. I think all of them are good, with the exception of 5, the fifth one. That's the only one where, and I don't even think it's a bad one. It's just
isn't very good at all.
It's like all right. I think, although I think most people think it's bad. I personally think it's fine, but it's definitely not as good as any of the other ones.
Where did he come from?
I have no clue. Then we also...
Yay, thank you, friendly medic. We got just some really good medics tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, I got some really good medics yesterday as well.
Maybe the community is learning.
Maybe. Hopefully.
What little community there is for this game. I say that.
Yeah. then we usually end up watching Elf.
Oh, that's a great one.
And the Grinch. And then it's kind of...
okay, which one?
Yeah, there's like 3.
There's that many?
Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, Dr. Robotnik, the original animated special from like the 60s or maybe earlier.
The
or
one
maybe
with Jim
a little later,
Carrey.
like 70s.
Okay, so the Jim Carrey.
And then there's the Benedict Cumberbatch bastardization. Or as some would call it, an illumination.
Yeah, the Illumination version. I have a problem with like every Grinch-related thing after the original because it's like they keep messing up the song. Like they decide they need to do like their own version of the song, and it's always awful. It's like, why didn't you just re-record the original song with Jim Carrey? Instead, it's him doing vocal gymnastics for 3 minutes, and it's just kind of annoying because it ruins the flow of the song. And then, the Illumination one is I don't even want to get into that because they turn into
bad.
A rap song. It's awful.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's very bad.
Yeah, that's very Christmassy.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I've heard that one.
That's like a really good, more quote unquote modern TTV moment, Loka, that you're probably not aware of. Is that it's that Messinak and Haley went to see it together, and she loved the movie, he hated it, and he's like, and the worst part was the song. It's like, because I guess the guy that they got to do the song is a rapper that's known. Well, I mean, he's a rapper though, of course. But he's like especially known for being incredibly vulgar, and they got him to do a kids movie. And he's like, and whose idea was it to get this incredibly vulgar rapper to do the Grinch music? Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I wonder where the original cut was for that.
You're a bleeping mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are.
You're a mean mother. Okay, I gotta see who they got. You're a cold mother.
Yeah. The Grinch, as performed by Samuel L. Jackson. Now that would be funny.
Yes.
That I would enjoy.
I'm tempted
Oh my gosh.
if anyone's ever stupid enough to actually like get involved with me intimately and have a child, I'm going to give him my favorite childhood story, Go the F to Sleep.
I don't, Loki. You probably haven't seen this because I think this is just an American commercial because it's for it's for a credit card. That's what it is.
Which one?
But it's for Capital One because that's the one Samuel Jackson's in.
Oh yes.
But there's a Christmas related one where it is, hey, most revives Loka with 13.
Now those are rookie numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a Christmas related one where Samuel Jackson is trying to sell Santa Claus
John
a credit
Travolta.
card. And
it's John Travolta,
right? That's right. It is John Travolta. It's John Travolta playing Santa Claus.
Oh wow!
And so at the end of it, Santa Claus has been convinced to buy the credit card, and Samuel Jackson says, "So does this get me on the nice list?" And Santa says, "I don't know. You stop saying all those dirty words." and Samuel Jackson goes, "Yes." Oh, this is hysterical. I just got a news update saying final goodbyes, a list of all the influential people that died in 2021.
Is it outdated?
Updated 5 hours ago.
Oh no.
So probably updated
Betty
yeah. Oh no, it goes by month. It's going by month.
Oh no. Okay, what are some of the names? Because I know I've missed a few.
Let's see here. Some of these are like politicians and stuff.
Well,
here's a baseball player.
No one cares.
That's a British diplomat. So this is not just celebrities. It's like actual,
It is influential. Influential people, not influencers. We're not talking about a cancerous growth that posts onto Twitter every now and then. We're talking about like.
Yeah. Gotta be very specific here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the term influencers. Let me rephrase. Second nerd.
There was a Bond girl.
Oh.
I think I remember this.
Yeah, Tanya Roberts.
Happened?
She was in A View to a Kill.
Okay, so that's an older one, right? That's after Connery, I think.
Yeah, that's with
Dalton?
Oh, I'm blanking. Even though like I should have Roger Moore.
Oh, okay, it was Moore's. I always forget Moore exists. I know because it's kind of like that dark period in between each one. Which, holy crap, Loka!
This list is too big. This list is too big. I gotta stop, especially since we're loading into a match.
Loka, I'll have to remind me later. Someone did a video on what happened during the development of 007 Legends, or not 007. Yeah, Legends.
Everyone, ready up.
Remember that last James Bond game we got?
Yeah.
That was supposed to be Skyfall.
Is it by the guy that always has the cursed thumbnails that look like something from sleep paralysis?
Oh my gosh, what?
You're gonna need to be more specific. I know tons of those. Let me actually pull up the actual video.
Well, and I feel like you saying, is it the guy that makes the cursed thumbnails? It's like that really narrows it down to someone on YouTube.
Yeah, that's fair.
That doesn't nail down my.
Thanks for clicking on.
Wait, no, wrong one. That's Spider-Man: No More Home.
Okay, so that's okay. That's good because that's a pet peeve that I have that I don't think I've ever talked about. I hate it when influencers or YouTubers when they have like a name for their fans.
Yeah.
What's up,
that's
webheads?
Yeah, it's like I don't like that.
What's up, perverts? What's up, Flash Mob?
That's funny because it's making fun of that. What's up, Flash Mob? It's like okay, that's another complaint I kind of had about the movie is that none of the characters from the first three were really in it much because they were focusing so much on the multiverse men. It's like I wanted more. I wanted more of Betty Brant. I wanted more of Flash Thompson. I wanted more of the teachers.
Okay, you meant those movies.
Yeah,
okay.
That was the other issue I had. And the other issue I had with the movie was spoilers. J. Jonah Jameson being basically a one-for-one copy to Alex Jones, and I don't want that great character affiliated with that guy.
No, I mean, come on, that is a total modernization of what J. Jonah Jameson is. That was a great choice.
But I don't want him associated.
In the game.
I like.
Yeah, because that's what he's in the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Daily Bugle is actually a trustworthy news source, I think.
In the games, yeah.
Maybe not so in that universe. And I think that's the most consistent, at least. Okay, I could be wrong on this. How many times has J.K. Simmons picked up the mustache?
So, it's actually more than you think, because he has done the character in animation a lot.
Yeah, I'm wondering like how busy he is just doing
J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has now played the part in live action 5 times. The original Raimi films, at the very end of Far From Home, and of course No Way Home. And then he has voiced the character in Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes in 1 episode. He voiced the character in more than like 30 episodes in in Ultimate Spider-Man. Yes.
It's just funny to me to hear this big voice actor actually. Not only I don't know how big the contract was dollar-wise for a kids cartoon, but that's still pretty amazing to me. That
he likes the character. He likes the character,
okay.
So he's willing to do it. He's one of those actors that doesn't really care what the project is. If he thinks it is good, if it's something that he likes doing, and then he is not going to go, well, this is just TV. This is below me. He's like, oh, it's more J. Jonah Jameson. Sure, I'll do that. I don't care that's for a Spider-Man cartoon.
Good.
Our troops
And he's also actually kind of protective of the character because apparently when they are doing that small bit from Far From Home, and when they reintroduced him, and the kind of was our first little tease into what they would be doing with No Way Home. They were like, okay, well, how are we going to make this guy look different compared to the previous live-action version you played? And they are considering trimming the mustache, and he put his foot down and he says, no, the mustache stays.
Yeah! That's an integral part of his character.
Exactly. Yeah, they were really just kind of, I think, spitballing ideas, and then that was like, no, the mustache stays. So they shaved his head instead.
That's better.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with losing the quaff, but the mustache is like, that's like removing Spider-Man of anything Spider, making him like Scorpion Man or something. I needed to think of another arachnid.
Or removing the mustache from Sully.
Oh! You just had to bring it up!
Speaking of, did you guys get the trailers for that before Spider-Man?
I did. I
didn't see it. I was a little late. I went to go grab candy from the Target nearby instead of bowing down to the prices of the concession. Yeah, no.
Wait,
man, this thing really flies.
Isn't that illegal in the U.S.? Doing that?
No, it's just a joke, but
it's a joke. But I do hide it.
Oh, whoa! What's happening? What was that?
Although I do know one.
Screw you, little tread tank.
I do know of one guy who was kicked out. Like personally, know one guy who was kicked out of a theater for smuggling in a box of Reese's Pieces.
Oof.
I mean, yeah, some theaters are more strict on it than others.
And they're
Target's
probably
right in front of us.
And they're run by the grumpy old man from next door. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's a thing.
Oh, I think that was a rocket. Okay, yeah, that was just a rocket. Good. I was about to say, because if that was a tank, we're in trouble.
Nice.
Okay, the fact that we're kind of driving over cars here is a bit of a problem. Okay,
yep.
That was a tank. Now that was a tank.
And now I could be just putting in my own stupid fan thing in here, but I think the other character that, at least from the performance, it sounds like Simmons enjoyed playing, was not J. Jonah James. It was Cave Johnson from Portal 2.
Yeah, no, J.K. Simmons just really likes to work. He does, and he's not really too choosy about what he does. If the role, I mean, he was in Gravity Falls for Pete's sake. So
that's right. He was
Stanford.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so if he thinks the role is good enough, then he'll do it. I'm trying to think of, there was some other animated Disney thing he was in somewhat recently. I'm trying to remember what that was, but he was good in that too. I'm like, oh, holy cow, J.K. Simmons. I'm trying to remember what that is. It'll come to me probably later when we're done. But
yeah, as does everything we talk about.
That usually happens.
Yeah.
I wonder if it'll happen in 2022.
Boom!
Oh, you timed that boom right with my C4 exploding.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
So was that the thumbnail you were thinking of, Loka? In the chat? Discord chat?
Let's see.
No! There was another one. I tried.
You scared the crap out of me, Prentice. It's not funny.
Oh, it's not that guy.
Okay, were you thinking of someone else?
Yeah. I think he's called like Mimi or something like that. I don't know. Like he usually puts like his eyes somewhere on something. The worst one being like him putting, like his eyes and that part of that phase on the windshield for the cars, i.e. Cars, the video games, and also having arms coming out from them, so they really look like something from a sleep paralysis.
Yeah, that's nightmare. Yeah, that is nightmare fuel.
I can't. Yeah, I don't know who you're talking about. I'll keep my eye out.
Direct hit.
Ooh.
Because that sounds like my kind of thing.
Yeah, that's like the AC-130 mission. Good hit. A lot of little pieces down there.
Don't hit the church. Don't hit the church. You hit the church.
You're not clear to fire on the church.
Fires on the church. You totally did, thinking it was something else. Don't lie.
Oh yeah, no. It happens on occasion when you go to replay. You go, oh man, these guys are just getting bombarded. 3 helicopters. 3 helicopters are Oh, I just saw the tornado. That's
this tends to happen when you don't have a anti-air on the roof.
Anti-air in 2042 is rough.
Oh, there's a guy right below us.
I honestly don't think it works half the time. Oh, what's shooting at me?
There he goes. Oh, that was a direct impact. You got the kill for it, but
no, I didn't. Or did I?
Oh, you didn't? Someone got the kill for it.
No,
yeah,
wait,
no,
I did.
No, it's you, because I was about to say, hold on, it
why?
wasn't me.
I'm so confused.
Whoa! Careful there, friendly bird. Yeah, that's the only problem here, is that we're assaulting this position with 3 helicopters, but we're almost running into each other. It's like, that could be bad. Alright, I'm seeing a lot of friendly forces on this rooftop now. That's good.
I think it should be clear.
Touch.
Whoa! Is that friendly? Okay, that was friendly. Oh,
okay,
we're being locked on too.
Oh, but...
Oh, Prentice, Badger posted the other day on like a Christmas Day, and it was World of Tanks too, so you knew it was off topic.
Oh yeah, no, I saw it. No!
Oh,
okay.
no.
We crashed into the building.
I didn't know if you were too busy or not.
No, I watched it. My computer has been wacko lately, where it's just running stupid slow for some reason, and I can't quite figure out why.
It's because you haven't installed Halo Infinite yet.
Well, I think it's because it's trying to install Windows 11.
Oh,
but my computer is not capable of running Windows 11, so I think it's in this weird. I think it's in a weird kind of flux where it's trying to install this thing that it can't install, but Microsoft is telling it to install it. So it's a weird cycle, and it's just slowing down my entire thing. Now, of course, that's the laptop where my tower computer runs fine, but my YouTube and all that is all connected on my laptop.
Your tower computer does need Halo Infinite, as it has a patented malware finder and destroyer in it, and it's not just an excuse for me to tell you to go play Halo Infinite.
I don't know, because it kind of sounded like it's just you're just trying to make an excuse.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay,
where did that car come from? That wasn't here a second ago.
And I think it killed our squad mate.
Oh no!
Because he's. I'm gonna have to go back and look at that footage, because I saw it land and then our guy died. So I think it crushed him.
I would never do anything to make you play a game. That's not me.
Alright. I'm going for the tornado.
Oh, it's right here. Well, that explains my system rebooting. Well, I haven't done it since the beta, so I guess I might as well follow you.
Uh-oh.
And I get killed by a tank.
Oh no! Oh, I see it! It's right behind me! No! Dang it. I got killed by a tank, and I turn around and it crests the sand dune. I just hear Jurassic Park music. Ah!
Breaker, this is Jet 1, over. We've got the thing in our sights, over. I don't know how ace combatants sound. Considering I have
that
a
sounded
Combat 4
too
and still haven't played it.
realistic.
Okay. I've got a girlfriend that I'm gonna propose to when I get back home. I got flowers and everything.
Oh no, don't say that. You know you're never gonna make it back to base if you say that.
Okay, so this is pretty funny. This is pretty funny. So when I've been for those, so you know, we've only really talked about this off stream. We haven't talked about it on air. But I have a big boy job now.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I have to put on actual pants to go do work now instead of.
Oh wait, that was a requirement?
Instead of sitting around in my pajamas.
That's typically a requirement, yeah.
Yeah. So
there we go. I'm flying. I fly now. And I'm not even sundown.
You fly now. You fly now.
Oh no, I'm out of the combat area. Okay, I'm back in the combat area.
How bad luck. But so I work at our local news station. So I am the one writing the news, not creating the news, but I'm the one. Oh yes.
Yeah, I'm creating the news. Ow.
I am the news.
Oh no, I'm being sucked back in.
And so not only do I help write the shows, you know, and decide what to include, what news stories go in, but I also then make sure that the show runs smoothly. The only problem with that is that when the show is going on, you know, you have access to all the other. Whoa! Okay, you have access to all the other channels that are on at the same time. And you can see them on screen, so what's playing on other channels at the same time. And so during one of the newscasts that I've helped run, Law and Order SVU has been on been on the other channel. So on occasion, you know, it's like, okay, everything's going fine right now, nothing is really going wrong. So I'll just jet. So I'll just quickly look over to see what's going on. Every now and then I'll see like a SWAT team bursting into a house or something, and I'm like, ooh, guns, violence, excitement. I am now intrigued.
Excitement?
Yes. So
I'm not sure this is the correct reaction to say things like that.
Whoa, that shit! Okay, he died.
Wait, did you say Law and Order?
Law and Order.
Yeah,
okay,
Law and Order.
Okay, for
Not
whatever
like
reason I thought you were talking.
Reporting.
That would have
Reporting
been
on the war.
Okay, so it was from the show. Okay, now I'm conned.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was probably like SWAT or something. There's literally a show called SWAT, and it looks like it's like the Fast and the Furious for old people.
Oh gosh.
It's on CBS too, so that's what makes it funnier.
That explains it. So anyway.
Oh, watch out for that thing.
Yeah, no, I'm aware. I hit it. Ah.
Da, 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 da.
Da, da, da.
Oh, right in the tread.
I think it's dead now.
So, no, I still hear it.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost dead. It needs like one more rocket or grenade or something, and it's gone. It's done for. Now I'm out of those though.
I can supply you. If I can.
Yes.
I can
show. So the other day that happened, and I looked over and something was happening on Law and Order, and someone was like moving on to a different job, and they were having a party for him and everything, and
then he died.
And I can't hear what's going on because it's on mute, but the subtitles are popping up. And then there's literally a line where he says, "Yeah, I just wanted to go to a safer job for my family, so they don't have to worry about me." And then 25 minutes into the episode, he dies. And I was like, "Dude, you just basically committed suicide by saying that." I mean, honestly. So I was sitting there snickering to myself. I'm like, just very quietly. I'm like, no one pay attention to the fact that I am paying more attention to Law and Order SVU and this guy that. Oh no! Speaking of guys that died, that person just got run over by the enemy MRAP.
Oof.
I can't save him. He's too far gone.
He's healthy otherwise, but it seems that he's lost a will to live.
Wow. We cannot explain why, but she is dying.
Oh, someone just threw C4 on it. Oh, it's still up. It's still up. Oh, enemies over here.
Oh boy, that's...
Uh-oh. Oh no, we're winning. I'm okay with this sound then.
I got one that literally dropped him behind us.
Oh, nice. Tango down.
And I'm hearing... Oh, right at the flag.
Yeah, and then there's a sniper up on the hill to the left of the flag and up slightly.
Oh, I see the glint. I see the glint.
Yeah.
Man, why did I have to bring the SMG?
This is when you pop out the big scopes. Ah, what is that?
I have no clue.
Excuse me.
Man, we are just being overrun right now. I hit him. Hit him more. I need to move.
Suppressive fire. Oh wait, there is no such thing as suppression in this game, I don't think.
Yeah, that's kind of sad. I do miss suppression from 4.
You know what's ironic? Vanguard has suppression.
Oh really?
It's very light.
Helicopter!
Sure, but
It's there.
It's dead. Sniper's back.
Okay, the ACWR absolutely murders people.
Yep, sounds about
I'm
right.
glad to see nothing's changed between 3, 4, and then now this game.
Hostiles to our west as well. Ah! Oh, there's also a tank right on the other side. Loka behind you.
I either turned around right at the wrong time or the best time.
We have a breach at one of our objectives.
Okay, so I'm kind of going through this, and I'm not... How do you guys feel about the end of round animations in, like, Portal, without any voice lines?
Well, I mean, sometimes there's voice lines, sometimes there's not, so it really depends.
When there isn't.
I think it's fine when there isn't.
Yeah.
Unnecessary, maybe, but fine.
As long as I don't have to hear, Angel does it again!
And again! The one that really gets me, that's it! I'm ready for round 2!
Yeah.
I hate all of Sundance's lines. All of them equally make me frustrated.
I don't think I've encountered Sundance once.
You'll hate it when you hear it.
No, I don't even mean his voice lines. I mean him as a playable character.
No, Sundance is the one with the wingsuit.
Wingsuit lady.
Oh, is that okay? Never mind. Then yeah, I have encountered her. Never mind. These names just aren't memorable.
I know.
Oh, but okay.
The worst one easily though, Irish. I mean, Ireland isn't even a real place.
Okay, why isn't this person dying? What was that? Okay, thank you, game. Okay, now that was like my first real instance of hit reg just gone completely wrong. It's like I saw the bullets hitting and there were no hit markers.
Oh, I hate when that happens.
Sag.
Weirdly enough,
it's like they were hitting an invisible wall in front of her or something.
Oh, excuse me.
She just became Neo and dodged them.
Weirdly enough,
speaking of which, have you guys seen the new Matrix yet?
Nope.
No, I have no wish to.
Yeah. Nope.
Pretty bad.
Ow.
Is it pretty bad from the sounds of it? Or something else?
I've heard that it's not great, but I haven't seen any of the other previous Matrix films, so I have like no connection to that franchise.
The first one's a gem.
I've only seen the first one, and here's a controversial opinion. I actually don't like it.
Ooh.
Really?
I don't understand what people like about it.
I think it was at the time, it was a new special effects type thing that kind of was new and innovative. And then since then, because the story is like super heavy-handed from what, because like I've seen videos on it and stuff because it's so much in the cultural zeitgeist. So, like Nostalgia Critic has done like all the movies, so I've watched those and stuff. It seems like the story is just kind of heavy-handed.
I like the
health replenished for Loka 364. So he's getting those medic points.
Those are rookie numbers.
Everything's a rookie number.
Well, this game only highlights the rookie numbers.
That's true. That is true.
I don't know why.
Oh, well, so I didn't mention this earlier because I wasn't sure how things were going to pan out, but I did. There is a work thing going on with a bunch of my coworkers, and so I need to head out to go to that. So I think I need to be done.
Take me with you.
But like I said, I did not mention it earlier because up until about 35 minutes ago, it was in flux whether or not it was going to happen at all. So
I see.
But now it is, so I need to get going too.
Remember, no drinking and driving. Be home by midnight.
You don't need it. Well, first of all, you're not going to need to worry about me drinking and driving because I don't drink, period. Second of all, I will not be home by midnight because my work shift starts at 1:30. So
that's fun.
Oof.
So that's one of the reasons I'm also going to this. Is like, well, what else am I going to be doing?
Playing with your friends.
So, but this stuff doesn't happen all that often, I don't think. So it will not be it will not be something that will often interfere with our new schedule. So I'm afraid I will have to bow out for now. But I had
new
fun,
schedule
so
or news schedule.
Hey.
Aw, he didn't even get to hear my funny.
Well, my controller randomly disconnected for some reason right when that happened. So all of a sudden your voice was booming through the speakers. Oof. So yeah, that will,
I can make grunting noises if you want, or
I'm
noises.
Good. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, please no. Wait, the year's already off to a rough start. We don't need you to make it any more cursed or rough end, depending on where you are in the timeline currently.
Where are you in this timeline? From how I see it, it's almost 9.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
20 or 20 o'clock. I don't know how you say it in metric.
So
that's not how it works.
Be ready.
Yeah, we all have a universal. Well, no, hold on. No, we don't have a universal time system. No, it is different. You're right.
Depending on where you go, there are a few people who are. There are a few countries. It's very weird.
And there's military time. There's military time.
Yeah,
1700. It's like, what the heck is 1700? I don't know.
I call it the metric system because the Brits love it.
Yeah,
and I honestly can't tell which one's better. It's like with metric. I'm like, I prefer kilometers and all that to inches and feet and all that. I like the metric more than the imperial.
Anyway, so thanks for having me on, and well, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, soon. When it passes midnight.
For us yeah, but you're already there, so enjoy the new year, and I hope that it will bring us all good fortune moving forward. Because, well, I mean, I would hold on. I'm not going to say it because I was about to say it's like, well, it can't be as bad as the last 2 years, but oh boy, is that a recipe for disaster.
I will say,
that's what we said in 2020.
Hopefully, this is just going to be a trilogy. Hopefully.
Just a trilogy.
That's the best case scenario.
In 20 years, kids will be reading their history tablets, and they'll COVID the trilogy, the COVID trilogy. It's like the Coronetto trilogy, but awful.
Ugh.
All right. Well, I gotta go, so I'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye, Press. Have fun. Hope you find your dad. Oh, I missed that. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. So, what do you want to do? We can keep this going. We can, like, switch another game. We can kill it.
I actually hadn't considered that, but...
It is completely up to you. Do I? I'm just gonna make sure, just in case you, like, say, oh, let's try Battlefront 2 or something. I need to make sure. Okay, that is installed. So yes, that is a possibility for me.
Why do I feel like I'm being led into something?
I'm not. No, I'm just making sure, since we only have like 3 games, and we're not even talking about one of them because it's like, because at this point it's probably dead.
Do you mean Siege? I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like we have 3 games we play, and we only play 2 of them.
Well, you say that, but even then, it's really just the one because,
Battlefront 2 is rarer, but it's definitely I'd call it the mainstay at this point.
Yeah, but I was thinking, like, between that and 2042. I mean, it may not have been super obvious, but Daxter hasn't actually been playing with us because he has the PS5.
I'm still mad that they haven't integrated the 2, especially since they have the 64 play. They either finally got it up and are just using FOMO tactics to make it feel like it's actually something rare.
Yeah.
I think it was completely within the realm of possibility, but I don't think they know what to do between the cross-gen compatibility.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have no clue either. I mean, if even actually, no wait, I do think Vanguard has cross-play between all platforms. Then again, this is the 3rd COD game that has cross-play, so I suppose they've had more time to kind of work on that.
What would be the first one?
That was Modern Warfare.
No, there's not a PS5 version of Modern Warfare. Not even Warzone.
No. But I was strictly speaking about
PC.
crossplay,
not like, cross-gen.
Crossplay in general. So I feel like they got a head start there, since I mean this is the first Battlefield that has crossplay. Period.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe there's something tech-wise. Maybe there's just, I mean, the fact that
I don't know enough, but I feel like at the very least consoles should be able to play with each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Like
it took a while for Destiny. I'll use Destiny 2 as an example. It took a while for that one just because PvP on PC is ridiculous. The cheating before crossplay, they didn't have an anti-cheat. It was rampant. But now I think that's always an issue, but considering there's an anti-cheat, I don't think that's an issue anymore. And Destiny 2 now has anti-cheat and is actually watching prominent cheaters. Like, personnel are watching cheaters over at Bungo.
Oh, that's good.
At least one known repeat offender.
Yeah, but like that.
But
that's one of those things where I find not jumping on the crossplay part immediately is justifiable, since I mean that is a problem that is just gonna be worse by that point when PC players can experience it. But I don't know what the thought process was in terms of 2042. If it was they didn't have time, or if it really was that no, we want the I guess, current gen. To just be 128 players.
Yeah, but okay. Let's take the Let's pretend that this was a battle royale through and through. Would that still be an issue? Would cross-gen have been a thing, or was that just a limitation because they shifted either so late into development that they don't know they really just don't have a clue what to do now, or was it okay, fine, you can do your thing, but you can do your Battlefield whatever, but you have to give us a battle royale, and you have to give us you have to make it. You cannot do cross-gen. It has to be. It can only be cross-play, I guess. I don't know. Those are like the only two scenarios I can see, or incompetence. But I don't want to really resort to that one. That hurts.
Yeah, with this game, I feel like it's. I mean, sure, there may be some things that are like down to incompetence, but I do feel most of the problems just comes down to, yeah, they didn't have time. With all of the things.
Yeah, publisher meddling is awful.
Yeah.
I've unfortunately seen too many cases of that, so I'm more wary. It could be good old-fashioned incompetence. It really could be, but it's really hard to screw up this royally in a company that big.
Yeah.
Without there being more than everyone's just bad at their job, and DICE sucks and doesn't listen to the community and blah 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 blah. Battlefield 5, they were supporting because EA wanted Battlefield 1, 2. They had to get out Battlefield 5 and basically make it based off of Battlefield 1's feel, I think is the best way to put it. Because 1 is unfortunately the best-selling, not best-selling, but definitely has the most amount of units shipped. Or given to customers. No, it would be units sold. But it wasn't at launch, it was later in life. I mean, look at Battlefront 2. I'm sure I wouldn't be surprised to see after Epic gave it away for free a while ago, if that hasn't slid up the ranks in terms of best-selling Star Wars game. Period.
Does it count the sales though?
Well, you're giving a customer, even if it isn't for free, because remember Battlefield 1 was also a part of Plus at one point. And that's how they... Plus and Gold, actually. And I'm pretty sure Battlefront 2 was the same thing. But, what else happened with 5? You were supporting Battlefront 2, which they got up off the ground. And that was like half of a team. Half of DICE was working on Battlefront 2, while the other half was making Battlefield 5 based off of 1. So, of course, there were going to be things slipping through the cracks, and this was also around the time where they...
Well, actually, it wasn't even 50-50. The majority on the team was
75
on
25?
5, and it was more of a smaller team. I mean, that's typically how they've been doing stuff whenever they...
But something happened with 5, like, there's more to this than just... You know... I don't know, there's more to the story, and I don't remember what that other part of the equation is. I hate to admit it. Or I hate to admit.
Well, I mean, the thing with 5 is that we don't really have a lot of concrete information on what happened, like in terms of development. Like the only thing we know for sure is that they got new people in management positions, and that seems that there's kind of been like a max exodus of devs. Like I don't remember exactly when it started. I think it was around Battlefront 2 maybe slightly into 5. Like there was just a lot of people that had been from the start that left DICE.
Like retired or just left to go to a different studio? I'm sure there was both, but
yeah, I think it was mostly to leave for different studios. I mean, there was a bunch of them that left to form a new studio. I think they're called Embark Studios, and they're working on a new game that I currently don't remember what it's called.
Interesting. I'll have to look them up later.
I think they had a trailer for it during the game advertisements, aka the Game Awards.
Yeah. Oh, that was great. From Jeff's kind of skirt around of Activision, because there is someone on the board. I wish he had said more about it.
Yeah.
He definitely acknowledged it, but he didn't point any fingers, which...
Yeah.
It's pretty conclusive what's going on over there.
Yeah.
At least I think.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. I will sort of give him the benefit of the doubt in the sense that, to be fair, this is, I mean, Activision clearly is one of the worst ones in that regard, but like there's just been so much from pretty much all parts of the industry. So so on one hand, I do get kind of being more general while talking about that and saying that, you know, like talk about it on a more industry level. But I still agree that, you know, like I feel like he should have said more, maybe directed to specific companies like Activision, but at the same time, I get it. I mean, there's been pretty much all over the industry. It's just that Activision, I think, has blown out the most because it actually,
there's at least one suicide that we know of because of it, and I know this might be charting into a little bit darker waters, and I can kill the conversation here, or at least my train of thought. There's been at least reported deaths.
Yeah, like that, and the fact that there's an actual official
lawsuit.
Like from, is it from the state of?
It's from the state of California,
yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't. California's a weird thing. They like to do their own thing. On top, they're a weird, like, suit. I'd consider them, at least from my point of view, a pseudo-state. They do their own thing, but they also have a say in American politics and the nation as a whole. It's weird, but yes, the state government is taking actions against them.
Yeah, because I do think that's one of the main reasons why there's actually been blowing up so much around Activision, because I mean, Ubisoft also has a lot of those. Like, not a lot of those specific, but they also have a lot of cases of allegations, but there isn't that quite, you know, like, oh, the almost industry-wide, oh wow, these people are, you know, really bad, because at the end of the day, like, those are still allegations, and there hasn't come that official investigation. So I think, at least for a lot of people, like, there's still that kind of like foggy gray area, or, you know, not completely certain what's going on, even though I feel like, you know, based on Ubisoft's responses and actions, or maybe rather inactions, shows that there's definitely something going on, but it's just not that conclusive, like, more conclusive thing that, you know, compared with Activision, where you have something you know, I mean, that's so bad that the state of California actually has a lawsuit going on.
Yeah.
So, like, there's less rooms of doubt, I think, which is why, you know, like, more people are kind of, I don't want to say defend per se, but there's definitely, like, like with Activision, like, everyone's, or pretty much everyone, seems to be on the same page, like, with how bad they are, but you don't necessarily see that with
Ubisoft or PlayStation.
Yeah, because again,
yeah. well, let's say if EA, and I'm sure there's some of this at EA too. This is not an Activision only problem. This is probably
definitely not.
This is arguably probably a industry-wide thing that's just now getting out in the open. Let's say if EA were to get under fire, yeah, I bet they'd get a similar level of hate that Activision's getting because of the name associated with it.
Yeah, like I don't think
there's
they would
only
get
so much
quite as much hate as Activision, but they would definitely get more hate than Ubisoft, I think, or like more people going against them. Because I suppose there's also that to consider, with that with Ubisoft you have a lot of game series that are popular, whereas, I mean, with Activision, they've only got one thing, and it's kind of popular to hate on that one thing.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if that's fueling a lot of that fire. If so, that's just sad. I mean,
well,
there's being petty,
I just remembered that, you know, it's not just COD, there's the whole Blizzard section as well, so there's actually more to it, but yeah,
there are too many moving parts to this, but yes, COD is the big one for them, and considering how many studios they have closed, I'd argue around the same number as EA, honestly.
Oh boy, that was a lot of people. Somehow I survived and got 2 of them.
Like let's not forget, like, all of the Toys for Bob. Let's say Toys for Bob.
Yeah.
They've made the past few, not Spyro, the past few Crash games and Crash remasters, and they're bringing back some old series, and they've done well enough to honestly warrant another sequel. But it's not that COD money, and so they basically made them a COD development studio.
Yeah.
So now you have now you've just anchored a whole bunch of people. You can't do that without getting some repercussions in one way or another.
Yeah, no, definitely.
And now there's this new lawsuit or something? Oh yeah, I'm totally going to get in on that. I'm totally going to rail against them. My anger for canceling Crash. Something about sexual allegations? Yeah, let's go with that. No, this might just be being cynical. That is absolutely a possibility.
Well, I mean, with Activision, there's just a lot of reasons to to dislike them. Like, even if some might say, "Oh, but those are still allegations," and blah blah blah, and stuff like that. But I mean, no one likes Activision, so I think it's just easier to get people to rally against them.
Yeah. I feel like it should be like, hey, what Activision is doing is bad, and it's not because Bobby Kotick said no to another Crash game. It's because he's let this go on for too long.
Yeah.
There's, I hope that makes sense. And like I hope I'm putting my best foot forward with this, but I'm saying yes, you can be angry, but be angry because of what's coming out, not because you. I don't know. Maybe sorry, I'm overly hesitant about this. This is a really hard thing to talk about correctly, especially with. with my knowledge, and I might just be yelling at a bunch of old people for no reason. not necessarily Activision executives. No, they totally deserve it. But I might be yelling about something that isn't even necessarily true.
Well, I think with the case of Activision, I think it's pretty much safe to assume it is true.
And every company should be liable for the same thing. Just because I love Nintendo, if something comes out that should against like Miyamoto or something, that should absolutely be investigated. It doesn't matter how much of a legend you are open to the same level of criticism and the same level of you're open to the same standard of this is not okay. You will be fined for this.
Yeah, absolutely, and maybe... I totally understand where the things you're saying. So that's not an issue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this is just an awkward, rough subject. Just to get into and then feel like you've done enough justice.
Yeah, I'm like, I feel like this is, I don't know if that necessarily a political conversation. I wouldn't say it is, but
I wouldn't either, but everything's political nowadays.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't necessarily say that, oh, you're wrong for someone that would be like, oh, but now you're talking politics. So like I would understand that objection, and normally, you know, I bring something that could be, you know, argued as being political, but like with this one, I just don't see a way to get past it. Really, because, you know, it is such a big and notable, you know, like, okay, this is really something going on. And I think for me at least, as well, since I am making YouTube content, you know, based on COD, for instance, where I feel like, you know, I can't just let it be like, oh, let's not talk about it whatsoever. Like I feel like if anything, that's more of a reason to do it. You know, you and like not like even though I'm like a very I'm a very small channel, and it's gonna be in that thing even even since these news started coming out. I think it was during the summer. Like where I was kind of like, you know, should I still be making content for this? And I think for the longest time I just felt like, well, I'm such a small channel anyway, so I'm not sure if it really matters. I'll definitely not, you know, I mean, I will definitely always acknowledge it whenever it comes up, and we have done on several occasions. But it's just like, I don't know if it necessarily makes a big difference. But, you know, then with the latest things that happened recently with Raven and the QA department, and then ironically the new season dropping for both Vanguard and Warzone, and everything's just a mess.
On fire, just
like it's literally on fire, and it's like for me at least, it hasn't been unplayable. But I would even argue that 2042 is in a better state compared with that, because at the very least 2042 is seeing some improvements.
It's seeing improvements, and it's also I would say, while it's lacking in content, it is a finished game, or it is it at least resembles a game.
Yeah,
and not a mess of ideas thrown at a wall with a license, seeing what sticks, and then getting Laura Bailey to come in and do a Russian accent.
Yeah. Whereas, you know, like, I mean, Vanguard is definitely, not as polished as COD games typically tend to be. So, like, that's probably the one that's affected the least in terms of bugginess, but then they add incendiary grenades that just, well, and to be fair, that's more of a, okay, it's really just bad on shipment, and it's like, okay, but then, you know, Warzone is definitely seeing a lot of issues, and it's Modern Warfare was even impacted. I mean, it was pretty much unplayable for a bit, and now it is, or it does seem to be playable, but there are quite a few issues. So again, like, going back to the whole Activision thing, there's just so many reasons to not like them, and it generally is making me like, should I even
make content, buy their products? To tell you the truth, I don't know what the right answer is for that.
Yeah,
because
like,
you can absolutely like something, but not necessarily agree with it, or you can like in our case, you can like a game but not agree with what the publisher is doing.
Yeah.
Now, to get that point across, I believe you shouldn't buy their next big thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I can't tell you what to do. That is my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm going to, to the best of my ability, stay away from purchasing Activision things if it directly gets into their bank accounts. Like, I'll probably pick up a COD, like an old COD for the Xbox or something, but I'm not going to buy their new product, even if it happens to be a fancy new port of Disruptor. I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah,
I'm not going to touch it.
Yeah, it's really what.
But
as you said, there isn't really necessarily a right or wrong thing to do, like in regards to that area, because I mean, I feel like on one hand it would be a lot easier if, say, the devs as well were like really bad people, like all of them.
But
and them releasing games that just outright doesn't work and stuff like that. But when it's the developers being actively impacted negatively by Activision in a way that, you know, I mean, with 2042, I mean, yeah, EA making them rush out the game, that's bad, but it's not the same as as all of the stuff that Activision has been doing.
Yeah.
And it's just
there's hurting a studio, but then there's hurting individual people. There's a deeper layer that I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks that we have to go through this.
Yeah.
It sucks that we have to talk about it.
Yeah. But it has to be done.
But if we don't talk about it, it's just going to happen again.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone enjoys, like, let's take history as an example, as we both. Now, I know that's an extreme example, but just if you could stick with me, and I might even be wrong about this. No one enjoys talking about it, but we need to know its impact and why it was a bad thing. We need to know why the Nazis were bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
We need to know, at a fundamental level, they were bad because they did this, this, and this. But that's an easy one that everyone can get behind. Apparently, the USSR, in some circles, is seen as a good thing in America.
Yeah.
Now, it is very small.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, it is. It is smaller than most people think it is.
Yeah, like.
But it's. And I can't tell you where that came from. I don't know if it was like the Red Scare and. Because let's face it, there was. No country's perfect. Not even Sweden. Sorry.
No, I'll agree with that. We're great in a lot of ways, but we ain't perfect.
No, every country's done something they either regret or are downright ashamed of. But to not talk about it is not a good thing.
Yeah.
Japan, for example, they still think that the U.S. was in the wrong, and they did nothing wrong during World War II with Nanking and anything they did over in Southeast Asia, as an example, and is being taught. That is an example of sticking your head in the sand and not facing facts.
Yeah, like yeah. I mean, like with the new the nuclear droppings, like that thing. I at least feel like that can be discussed, like whether that was a good thing or not. But because
I don't think even that one is.
Yeah,
well, I believe that it was the best option for, unfortunately, everyone in the long run.
It's like the best of, you know, or I wouldn't say
a best of two evils.
It was the
I don't know.
Yeah, like it may have been like the least worst thing, but like you know, like that's one of those where at the same time, like I can also see arguments being like, no, they shouldn't have done that, and I was like, yeah, I mean those are fair, but
yeah,
all the other stuff with Japan, like at that time, that's definitely like, yeah, no, that's not something that can't be ignored.
Yeah,
but yeah, I feel like maybe should rein this back closer to back
probably.
To
if this was my fault, I apologize.
No, it's fine. I mean, I don't think it was.
I just see
bad.
an example, and unfortunately, World War II is the greatest example for anything.
Yeah.
You want to prove your history buff? Name every history. You want to name your I don't know why tanks are cool? Name every tank in World War II for some reason, because that's all history amounts to, anyways.
Yeah. No. It's. I think it's fair, and it's not. You know, I don't think it's that bad of a thing to bring up, but also like, okay, maybe this is starting to get a little
too
weird.
Political.
No, not that. But okay. So, to rein it back to Activision and like like where, and I'm not, as I said earlier, like talking as someone who makes content centered around those games. It's kind of like, I mean, when. As I said, when it first started coming out, like I was still making content because I felt like you know, I'm a very small channel, so I'm not sure I can really make that much of a difference, like outside of even, you know, bringing it up. But as time has just gone on and it just keeps getting worse and worse, it's kind of like, okay. I mean, my original plan, for instance, well, because I did my the last two Warzone videos that was centered around Verdansk, because I did feel like, okay, I do want to pay my respects to that at the very least, and then the original plan was actually for the three of us to drop into the Pacific update for Warzone, but we just felt like we're not sure if we really want to do that, at this time, and on top of that, I actually like plan to, you know, like get the ball rolling with the Vanguard series and maybe even the first Warzone Pacific video, but I just like, nah, let's not do that now. I guess I'll do whatever I ended up doing. I don't remember aside from maybe like a 2042
probably Ace
video.
Combat.
That. Maybe.
I'm still surprised you haven't. I feel like you must have done an Ace Combat 7 video around that time. That could just be me.
No, I think I did. I just don't remember if it was. It might have been like right before, but it was around that time. So you're not crazy.
Okay.
But I'm kind of like still like, I don't know if I should go back to that, like with the COD stuff. Like, do I want to? I still don't know. I go back and forth on that one. It's
I would say, do you see them letting up anytime soon?
No, I mean, I think the thing that kind of broke the camel straw for me.
The straw that broke the camel's back. Sorry,
No, I was actually just about to ask if I had said it correctly, so it's fine.
No, it must not be a very.
Yeah,
very like worldwide saying. Yeah, it's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah. Thanks.
I was like, I swear I've heard you say it correctly once.
I probably
that could have been Prentice saying something, but I've Englished before, and it's not the first time I've.
No, it's fine. But yeah, like the whole stuff with Raven and their QA department, like that for me was kind of like, okay, this really like not like it's not being improved in like in regards with the allegations, but it's like actively growing worse in pretty much every area where people are being promised a raise, and then instead there's a whole bunch of people that are just let go from the QA department, and also around the same time when they drop a new season that also is incredibly buggy. And I have to like wonder what the thought process here was from Activision. I kind of like, okay, no, I like even if I'm just a small channel, I feel like I kind of have to take a stand here and maybe.
Yeah, I believe you have a say in this discussion.
Yeah.
As a content creator and as a person with a wallet and a credit card.
Yeah.
I believe you have a say in something. Like you'll never know. I bet you'll one day have a video called "Why I Love Ace Combat" and buying a Nagase body pillow that's just going to get millions upon millions of views, and your channel's just going to explode.
Well, I can tell you immediately that the body pillow thing will never happen.
Are you sure? I said that one time.
I am 100% sure.
I said I'd never buy an Eggman body pillow, but look at me now. Look at me now.
Oh no. Did you actually do that?
No, I want to because it looks hilarious. It's hideous, and it's like Set AM Robotnik. Not even Eggman. It's like, have you ever seen the cover to Sonic 2, or even any of the Sonic cartoons, or the Archie series? Circa early 90s?
I don't think so.
It's got this very specific art style. Basically, Eggman has this very robotic 90s look to him. Anyway, it's him smiling with his mustache and the rose through his teeth. I need to send the picture. It's amazing. It's absolutely breathtaking, to steal a quote from Keanu Reeves. But yeah. So, how about that weather in the future, huh? Not the 2042 future, because I hope that doesn't happen. That would kind of suck.
Yeah, that would be bad. I mean, right now the weather's fine. It's cold and snowy, as you'd expect from a Swedish winter.
It's Midwest has been like, I remember Christmas Day. I think it was in the 70s, which that would be like 23, 24 degrees Celsius over there. I could be wrong on my Celsiometer, but it was not cold. I can tell you that for free. Like a nice spring day, and I did not enjoy that. So, do you want to move on to a different game? Like how are you feeling?
I was thinking that maybe I would end this round because it's about to be done, and then we move on to something else.
Sure. I don't have Ace Combat 7 yet, and I don't know if I ever will because I haven't even played 4 yet.
Yeah, that would be a good start before you jump into another one.
And since I have an Xbox One and a 360, I could play 6. I mean, I know it's one of the lesser ones, but I'm still kind of curious, considering...
I mean, it is supposed to be one of the lesser ones, but it's still a good one, from what I've been told, and even from what I've seen. I mean... It is an
Ace Combat 1, and it certainly isn't Air Horizon or Assault Horizon, whatever that weird one was.
Yeah, that
like
one...
Americanized?
That one has the sentiment of, you know... It's not a bad game, it's just a bad Ace Combat, which
yeah,
is definitely a fair assessment, I would say.
I love video game history. So around that time, I believe, when Assault Horizon was coming out, you would see a lot of, during the 7th gen Japanese series, taking on a more Americanized look.
Yeah.
And I think I'm like just now putting 2 and 2 together. The reason why Ace Combat 6 was only on the 360 over here was to appeal to Western gamers. And so let's see here. Bomberman Act Zero, and Bomberman has been a multi-plat game and even heavily associated with Nintendo. Xbox 360 exclusive, also was day old anus. Let's see here. A lot of Capcom stuff was pretty heavy on the American. And not just like Resident Evil. Like, I mean, Bionic Commando went more American and gritty to appeal to the Westerners who don't appreciate, I guess, colors and shapes. Like Bomberman has, Bionic Commando. I'm sure there are even more, but this was because the Japanese gaming winds were a shifting and moving towards mobile gaming pretty heavily. So it was a lot of, I think it was a lot of J2ME games and some more advanced 3D stuff as well. But it was just Japanese devs who didn't want to go strictly mobile, trying to make a living at that point. Even though we really didn't want, I don't think anyone wanted Assault Horizon necessarily. We probably would have preferred a more proper Ace Combat game.
Well, I will say this. Assault Horizon was actually what got me into the series.
Interesting.
So for me, like, I don't have any ill will against that game. I definitely understand why it's hated within the community, especially like once I started playing some of the older games. So like, oh, okay, this is actually very different from what I.
It's better. It's different, and shockingly enough, better.
Yeah, I can definitely attest to that. But I still have a soft spot for Assault Horizon. And even then, as I said, it's not a bad game at all.
It's a bad Ace Combat game.
Yeah. And
also, I swear Namco had some sort of deal with Microsoft to produce, like, because Tales of Vesperia, which was on the PS3 originally, made it to the 360 exclusively, only in the West. And that was anime as crap, man. Had a dog with a knife.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 7th gen was weird and rough.
Oh yeah. It definitely was, as someone who lived through that.
Ugh.
Anyway, that's it for this kind of, I guess, somewhat weird weekend at Locus. I mean, I suppose it wasn't, but it's just that it was the first of this new year, at least for me.
Thank you. No, there are more places important than Sweden, you know.
So yeah, that's all for today. I will definitely be back next weekend. Possibly later this weekend as well. I don't really know, considering I have my computer sent in for reparation, so there's no videos coming for a while. So I might double down on streaming in the meantime. But anyway, if I don't stream anything on Sunday or something, I will definitely be back I will definitely be back with next weekend. And speaking of Ace Combat, that might actually be what I'll play back then. I haven't planned anything. I just know I have stuff that I need to get around to, and that's one of the games that I need to get around to. But yeah, I have for this entire stream been joined by Daxter.
I'm the first one this time. That's so weird.
And the only reason for that is that the other guy had to leave, and that was who was Prentice1215, who you can also check out on his own YouTube channel for more gaming content, as well as mainly Lego stop motion videos and occasional
Lego reviews too.
Yeah, like earlier today, or yesterday for me, he put up a review on the for the first episode of the Book of Boba Fett. So there's stuff like that, and his review series on this particular game as well. So that's some things you can check out.
It's a whole 3-part miniseries, basically.
Man, it feels weird to plug for someone else when they're not here. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. You can also follow me on Twitter at LokaCola. A link is in the description down below. And until next time, Loka does it again.
You're really stretching there.